What do you miss the most from the 90s, 2000s? Live music ticket prices. I saw Beastie Boys in Rage Against the Machine for like $20 in 1993. Being disconnected. Blockbuster and Pizza Hut on a Friday night. Feeling optimism about the future. 90s Nickelodeon, that shit was the GOAT back then. How holidays felt Christmas, Thanksgiving, etc. Renting movies. Going to the video store and picking out some tapes was the best. There was a general sense of optimism in society at large. We all genuinely believed we would graduate from school and work hard and be rewarded with a fulfilling life, free from financial worries. Eat cake. Maybe it was youthful ignorance, but it really did feel like the world was our oyster. Now, everyone is just so angry. Seeing my friends every day? Mixtapes. My youth. Privacy and a sense of optimism about the future. I miss simple HTML coding that was done in Notepad without any embellishments. I liked that internet and gaming was just one thing you do at home amongst other things. It was just one small part of a whole day. Summer vacations for 2 months. Pop culture being ubiquitous through TV, movies, and music instead of the endless content on streaming where no one watches the same things. I really liked the huge malls with every store imaginable. All closed now. The times before smartphones infested everyone's brains. No subscription BS. Without question, not having phones, social media, 24/7 news cycle, etc. Those of us born in the 70s and 80s are the last generation that will have experienced it. Face-to-face conversations. It seems nowadays 95% of the time I talk to my friends, it's online. I miss going out, but we never have time. The simplicity. There really wasn't any smartphones. Internet was still fairly new. You had to be sociable. We would actually hang out with friends, go camping, ride bikes, sleepovers, whatever your little heart desired. Now it's nothing but looking for validation from people who will never know you or even care about you by farming for likes and shares. Social media has ruined humanity, and I will die on that hill. Affordable rent. The lack of social media, and yes, the irony of me posting this comment on Reddit is not lost on me. Finding cool stuff at garage sales, flea markets, pawn shops, antique stores that was not automatically marked up to whatever the item recently sold for on eBay. I also remember liking the fashion of that era. I had this pretty purple top with long bell sleeves. Made me feel like Ella Enchanted. And I had purple suede boots, which I wore everywhere. I remember roll on glitter perfume, glitter tattoos, limited to sequins tops and crochet ponchos. Clothing that was just very colorful and very girly. Made me feel like a total girl. Not feeling like everything is a commodity for someone else's profit. Pre-9/11 travel. My mom. Lack of options for entertainment. I never imagined I would say something like that, but I feel we were more connected back then. We were mostly all watching the same things, conversing on the same subjects, and we got bored, so we visited friends and family just to hang out. The music. When MTV was still cool and had good shows and played real music videos. McDonaldland cookies. From the 90s. Us perspective, the feeling of hope, and moving into a new collaborative global world. It wasn't all unicorns and rainbows, but it felt like we were getting closer to a global kumbaya situation. I really miss the optimism and togetherness. We were progressing as a global society. 2000s was the reality check decade, and 2010s just built on that fear and division I think that's why Obama had a great initial campaign. He was running on that 90s sentiment. The innocence I had, and the general feeling that I was living in the best times. You could buy something and own it, rather than being forced onto a subscription. Not needing to download a smartphone app for every little thing because a business is too stingy to do things like print menus. Social media can fuck off as well. Good ease. My fabulous body. You knew where everyone was by finding the house with all the bikes in the front yard. No texts needed. The ability to disappear. There was such a sense of freedom in just leaving the house, where you'd become uncontactable. My hair. Anonymity. Key. We got to grow up as kids and could learn lessons without our mistakes being broadcast to the whole world. Group phone calls after school. Be by your phone at 4:30. Someone would have to hang up for someone needing the internet, and have to hang up, dropping the caller they added. We'd have to do roll call lol. Also aim Game Boy, passing notes or notebooks. Lisa Frank was everywhere. Nickelodeon, cheesy but memorable Disney movies, etc. 90s kids were the last generation to grow up during the transition into the internet. Our patience was stronger then. For how long we waited for one image to load after asking Jeeves. The simplicity of the internet. No obnoxious ads everywhere, no influencers, etc. Local CO op in video games. Lower prices on food and gas. My Barbie CD player that only played Barbie songs. Everything felt relaxed. Time was slow. I remember feeling alive. Yes, I was a kid, but things were cheaper to do and easier to afford a simple, happy life. Now it's about being or getting filthy rich to enjoy a leisurely life like that again. Things of prices more aligned with what you were paid. Video games that worked out of the box. Life without the unjustified entitled outrage all around. 90s cartoons were top-notch compared to cartoons today. Music for sure. The late 90s, early 2000s were the last times that I really enjoyed a lot of newer music. These days it's very hard for me to find something I enjoy from any genre.